So this guy, we'll call him Ray William Johnson. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not here to do that. That's already been done like multiple times by the man himself.
So this guy. But
what I'm actually here to talk about is actually something that was pretty interesting that revolved around him. However, I wouldn't really say it was kind of interesting though, because Ray William Johnson did find it creepy because somebody literally stalked him. But honestly, looking at it was just like, wow. Now, to start this video off, it is best advised by all of you to not harass anybody that's mentioned in this video. This is not meant to attack anybody. Please just don't attack anybody you might recognize, because we don't want to make the situation worse than it already is. Okay, but now that that's out of the way, let's get right into it and talk about it. So, to begin the situation, there's this girl and her name is Vanessa, which on her TikTok account, she goes under the name Vanessa Vibes. And she wants to be an influencer. I mean, who doesn't? She's hoping that she would gain an audience from it. But the problem is it's really hard because she doesn't just know how to gain attention from an audience. So she tries some tactics that'll help boost her up. The first tactic she tried was rage baiting.
Women shouldn't be leaders. Whose idea was it to give women rights? Whatever women can do, men can do better. Because men are superior.
Which honestly, I feel like rage baiting is just so cliche now. It's just like, if you try rage baiting in 2025, there's a guarantee that it'll probably not work, because almost everybody, I mean, I wouldn't say everybody, but like a good amount of people know how rage bait works and know the signs and all of that, and it's just like, it's not working. So obviously that didn't work, and it only like gained like a less amount of views, like very short. And since that didn't work, she tries telling stories about herself, basically.
Lost my virginity to a homeless man. I just found out I've been dating my biological brother for 6 years.
Now, some of these stories just feel like very strange and just like straight up like weird, and also kind of a bit, it almost feels like she's just lying to try and get attention, because like it's just like, nah. Another thing that I personally say that this is a lie is because she constantly says her random age.
I'm not avoiding saying my age. I am 22 years old. I've said I'm 22 so many times.
I'm 27 and my boyfriend is 30.
And it's just like, girl, you're lying. Like, just fess up. And since those stories didn't give her the views she wanted, she just goes on TikTok and just seeks attention basically by just crying.
I had the most traumatic experience of my life today. He pulls up in a Toyota Prius. He said he had a Mercedes.
And it's just like, okay. Just that like uncomfortness is just like hitting there. And so since those three tactics really didn't work out, she decides to tell crime stories, but she doesn't go on camera and just like tells them with visuals and all that. She does it Ray William Johnson style, like the Leonardo.ai thing, all of that basically.
So this guy.
But also somewhere around that, she also releases a biography about Ray.
This is Ray William Johnson.
And that video ended up gaining her actually a lot of views, actually. So, yeah. However, this is where things start to take a turn, because after that video blew up, she also said that she's hoping that this video would get Ray's attention, basically, and she's hoping that Ray would also reach out to her as well, too. But he didn't. So she was like, okay, well, since that video did well than my previous ones, then maybe I should do something else. And that's when on May 29th, She released a video on her TikTok page that said that Ray William Johnson was her dad and that he abandoned her.
So this guy, he's my dad, and he abandoned me.
Okay, that's just a wild claim, I guess. Like, that's just... My goodness, girl. Okay.
Now Ray, my dad, used to study in Columbia University. My mum went there too. She grew up in England, but moved to New York to study. And Ray thought my mum was fine, so they started dating. They hung out all the time. Here's a photo of them at a bar having fun.
So in the video, she explains that her mother and Ray met and dated at Columbia University. She also provided with a photo that looks horribly photoshopped. And it's just, like, if you look at the photo, you can clearly tell it's photoshopped. Like, it's just like, it's just so, it's so bad. It's so bad.
My mum realized she hadn't had a period in 3 weeks. She was scared to take a pregnancy test, but eventually she did. And yep, she was pregnant with me. Surprise. So my mum said, well, I'm pregnant and I don't believe in abortion. And Ray was like, what the f***? You better get an abortion or I'm breaking up with you. And my mum's like, well, my body, my choice. So Ray said, well, I'm dumping your stinky ass.
She then explained that her mother ended up becoming pregnant with her, and Ray refused to accept responsibility, leading to the breakup.
She left university, moved back to England, and raised me all by herself.
And Vanessa's mother ended up moving back to England and raised Vanessa alone. And she ended up having to face, like, severe hardships and disownment from her parents, while Ray became a successful YouTuber, and Vanessa's mother attempted to contact Ray for financial help and to introduce him to his daughter, but he ignored her emails and calls. After finally reaching his mother, Ray denied knowing Vanessa's mother, leading his mother to also cut ties. Now, despite the struggles, Vanessa's mother eventually became a successful bodyguard, allowing them to live comfortably. And Vanessa concludes this message by stating that she is following in Ray's footsteps on YouTube to provide her mother with a better life, and directly addresses Ray.
So to the people saying I'm copying Ray William Johnson, I'm not copying him. I'm trying to follow in his footsteps so I can give my mum the life she deserves. So Ray, if you're watching this, hi, I'm Vanessa, the daughter you didn't want.
Now this claim is just incredibly wild to me, because, like, claiming that a big and famous content creator is your dad, that's honestly just a huge claim to just say on the internet, because, like, only God, because, like, God knows what could happen. Like, you could, like, who knows? After that video ended up getting posted, it gained a lot of attention, just like Vanessa wanted. And then there was this side of audiences who saw the video. Some people in the audience believed her and some didn't. And the audience that believed Vanessa started sending Ray very, very hateful things. And even going as far as to telling Ray to unalive himself, which is something you really shouldn't do. Please don't do this. If you do this, get off. Stop watching this video, because I do not give focus to people that tell people to unalive themselves. Like, that's just wrong. Eventually, Ray ended up seeing that video, and he ended up posting a story with a quote saying, "Lol, no, I don't have any kids. Stop falling for internet bait." Which is honestly pretty valid of Ray, because Vanessa's content was literally filled with rage bait, which obviously mentioned before. And eventually Ray ended up making his video titled "I Have a Stalker" on the very 1st of June. And in the video, Ray was dealing with a stalker who he refers to as Joe Goldberg.
So this woman, let's call her Joe Goldberg.
Which is honestly pretty funny. He then states who Vanessa was and how she wanted to be an influencer, but her tactics, as mentioned before, didn't work. And since those failed, she ended up making the biography, blah, 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 blah. And then this turned into an obsession, and she made a whole claim that Ray was her dad, and that Ray was having a secret child with another woman.
And so in this video, Goldberg makes this outlandish claim that I got some woman pregnant.
So know this guy. He's my dad, and he abandoned me.
And that I have a secret baby that I've been lying about. And keep in mind, I'm married. So imagine how my wife feels when she hears this.
And he also looks at the photo and tears everything that was said from Vanessa into shreds. Like, he states that he didn't go to college in 2002 because his senior year was 2010.
I didn't go to college in 2002. My senior year was 2010. I used to vlog about it very publicly. It says it on my frickin' Wikipedia page. He began posting videos on YouTube during college. YouTube wasn't around in 2002.
The photo that she used supposedly from 2002 shows him looking the exact same age as he does now.
This image that's, again, supposedly from 2002, you're telling me that I've looked the exact same as I do now for the past 23 years? Really?
He also states that if he had Vanessa back in 2010, Vanessa would have been 15, and Vanessa does not look 15, and she looks the same age as Ray.
Since I was in college around 2010, and I got someone pregnant that year, allegedly, that would mean that that baby, now in 2025, that baby is 15 years old. This woman is not 15 years old. This woman is at least 35.
He also states that he cannot have any children because he underwent a vasectomy.
I can't have kids. I don't want kids. No offense to anyone. I went and got a vasectomy. I've been had a vasectomy. This is, again, stuff I've documented. This is very public knowledge.
And then he also looks at the little details and tells people that the image is photoshopped based on the small details that he noticed.
This alleged picture of me and her mom from 2002, it's so obviously photoshopped that it's comical. Look at the size of my head compared to this woman. Also, look at this weird right angle in the hairline. What is that? And look at this iPhone in her hand. Now remember, this picture is supposed to be from 2002. What year did the iPhone come out? Did her mom time travel to get one of these? Not to mention the AI she used is causing the phone to bleed into the table. So you got like half an iPhone here.
And also, Vanessa also appears to double down on all of this. Like, she makes up lies. Like, she basically tries everything. She tries everything to make sure that her story is, like, real.
She's, like, replying to people in the comments, expanding on her story. She's going live and talking about it in greater detail.
He wasn't sued for child support because mom didn't have money for lawyers. And, like, she tried to get, like, free lawyers. As a kid, I used to scribble on Ray's face because I used to hate him so much. I was like, he left me, so I used to scribble his face.
Oh my god. At the end of the video, Ray ends up addressing Vanessa directly, and he tells her how her behavior is not okay, and that he could potentially file a defamation lawsuit on her.
People could sue you for that. Could I sue? Absolutely. This would be the easiest defamation case I would ever win.
Vanessa, you better watch out. Now, after that video ended up getting posted, Vanessa ended up posting a follow-up telling people that Ray finally responded to her and that Ray threatened that he would sue her for if she didn't take down her video, which Vanessa said that she wouldn't.
So my dad finally got in contact with me, but not to say sorry, not to ask how I've been, not even to say hello. Instead, he threatened to sue me. He sent me an email saying if I didn't take the video down, he was going to take legal action. He originally said my video was cool, but I should take it down because it was ruining his reputation and that we should keep family business within the family. I ignored it.
And then she also goes on to, like, try to shut down Ray's claims that Ray provided in his video. But here's another thing that proves that this whole story is just stupid. Because Vanessa states that the photo that she provided was fake all along. However, she doesn't own it up completely. Like, she doesn't say, oh, the photo was fake, I'm sorry for that. Like, because she states that she didn't have the original photo because her mom couldn't provide her the original photo, to which her mom ended up actually providing the original photo, and it's another photoshopped photo of Ray and her mom.
Yes, the image was fake. I edited your wife out, but not your head. You just have a big head. My mom didn't give me the original photo because she didn't want any drama. But I needed something to support my story. Now she's giving me the real one.
Like, Vanessa, come on. Get a life. There's so many things better than just trying to claim that a popular content creator is your dad. Like, come on. That's... Ugh. This whole situation is just so dumb. Ugh. However, a day after that, Vanessa ended up coming out with an apology video saying that it was all a lie. Like, she finally admits that it was a lie.
So guys, I lied. Obviously, Ray William Johnson is not my dad. The Ray William Johnson is my dad video was my last shot at making something happen on social media. I got impatient with my channel and I always knew that controversy, it always blows up on social media because people love the drama.
Which didn't take her long enough, because she ends up stating that it was all a lie to attempt to gain attention through drama, which I personally think that gaining attention through drama and controversy is just like pretty pointless and just stupid, honestly. She later goes on to explain that her intention was for people to find this humorous and that she didn't think much of the extreme negative reactions, including the hate directed at both her and Ray. She also clarifies that her earlier videos were satire and that she plans to shift her content away from Ray William Johnson, which I personally believe that this might have had to deal with something off camera. Ray stated that in the video that he could potentially sue her for this, which I feel like he ended up following through after seeing Vanessa's part 2, and that he like finally had enough and he ended up sending her a cease and desist letter saying if you don't stop this behavior, you will be in trouble. Which I don't know if this is positively true, but because Ray didn't really specify it. But I'm not going to go into any further detail on that because, like, we don't know if it's true or not. But some people are in the comments are saying that it could have been true, but who knows? This whole thing with Vanessa trying to make the claim that Ray is her father, I feel like her plan really fell apart quickly, because knowing Ray, like, he doesn't fool around. It's all fun and games until Ray goes on video and basically shuts down everything and debunks everything. Like, so there's really no point in trying to convince your audience that a popular content creator is your parent, your brother, like, basically, like related to you in a way. So, yeah, Vanessa, your plan failed. Sorry, not sorry. All in all, I personally feel like this was a form of an obsession with Ray, and that she was trying to get Ray's attention. However, she did get Ray's attention, but not in a very good way. But obviously, ever since that, she hasn't posted another video about Ray ever again, as she quickly moved away from all of it, which you can probably guess killed her TikTok account. I mean, she still has a good amount of views, but like, her comment section is filled with a bunch of people like calling her out for her behavior. Like, they're sending hate comments, all of that, and just like ridiculing her for this whole situation. And it's just like, my goodness, karma is out here doing its job. Here's a lesson for you all: please don't go and claim that a content creator is related to you. Don't care if it's Penguin Z0. Don't care if it's Mr. Beast. Don't care if it's Ray. I mean, if anybody's out here claiming that a popular creator is, like, related to them, then what's going on with this earth? Like, for real. Like, I know they're doing it for attention and all. It's just so pointless, because it's all fun and games until that creator just shuts down your claim, basically. All in all, just don't do what Vanessa did, okay? Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, consider hitting that subscribe button and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.